Hey guys, it's your boy Jay. This is Football Talk, and in this one, I will be reacting to EA Sports College Football 25 teaser trailer is here. Now, when I'm recording this, I just reacted to the official trailer from EA. Hopefully that don't get blocked. Not even sure if that's even gonna be uploaded. But hopefully in this one, he'll talk about some stuff maybe that we missed in the teaser trailer because they didn't show a whole lot. But maybe it's some updates and things of that sorts that he has for us. So cannot wait to hop into this. Without further ado, jump right into it.
For all the naysayers, EA Sports has finally broken their silence on the upcoming EA Sports college football game. Now, of course, the vice president and the CEO have briefly spoken about this if you knew where to look, but in terms of just making a public statement about the game, they've been pretty quiet for a while. And although they have confirmed multiple times through different sources that the game was indeed coming out this summer, there was still a lot of people that for some reason believed that it wasn't. Well, this morning they finally dropped a bit of a teaser on their Twitter account for all of us to see, so we're going to check that out in just a minute, and then we're going to talk about some other things you need to know about the upcoming EA Sports college football game. And if you don't want to miss out on any of this big news or official gameplay when it finally comes out pretty soon, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any important updates on this game every step of the way until it comes out. Now, I was going to let the entire trailer play from start to finish with the actual sound from the trailer really quickly, but it is kind of activating the copyright system on YouTube, unfortunately, so I can't do that. But basically in the trailer, they're just talking about wanting to give their fans a little bit of an update and that the game is actually happening, despite what some people might be saying. They're showing also some clips of the making of the game and things like that. But it's nice to just get a little bit of a teaser that further confirms that we are getting the game this summer, like they have been saying. I mean,
shut all the speculations down.
The company has been saying for years is coming out. A game that ESPN and IGN both said was coming out. A game that the vice president, the CEO, and others have been confirming would be out this summer.
And people from Twitter.
No way. Now, I'm sure there's still going to be a few naysayers out there even after this.
Yeah, people from Twitter go back, this ain't real. This is just fake news.
Still be ignorant to the facts. But if you know EA Sports like I know EA Sports, and I do because I've worked with them on different projects in the past, if we're at the point of a teaser trailer like this, that means the game is 100% coming out. This trailer would not exist if they thought the game would not be able to come out this summer. And we actually saw some clips in this trailer from the leaks that we got about a month ago where they were shooting a commercial at the Rose Bowl, which I thought was pretty cool. We saw this a little while ago. I made a video on it. And sure enough, about a month later, we get the official trailer where we can see some of the shots that were taking place at the Rose Bowl. So I think that's pretty cool that those leaks wound up getting out there and we're actually seeing it come full circle now. And while this commercial didn't show a whole bunch of the game itself because it is a teaser trailer, which usually those don't show much about the game, we saw a few clips that you could see are from the actual game, and you can see they're even kind of in a state where you can see that they're not finished yet. They're showing you that like it's still being worked on, which is pretty cool, where they're at Penn State, Ohio State, they're showing the Florida Gator head, they're showing kind of running out the tunnel, they're showing the game as it's being created, just to kind of throw you little bits and pieces in there because, you know, it's still very early. We're going to probably get a full trailer in May because at the end of this video it said that the full reveal will happen in May with the game coming out this summer, which makes plenty sense. That is in line with what EA does with all their games, and more specifically Madden. Madden comes out in August, and we get the full reveal in June.
My birthday month.
First official teaser, and then a few weeks later we'll get a gameplay trailer, and then a week after that they'll kind of break down franchise mode, and then a week after that they'll break down superstar mode. So I would expect them to do the exact same thing with EA Sports College Football, which we now officially know 100% is going to be called EA Sports College Football 25.
Yes,
because
sir.
Like the other sports games, they release in 2024, but they finish the season in 2025, so they always title it for the next year. And I also find it funny that both on their Twitter and in the video itself, they say, yeah, it's really happening, because it really has been a big thing around this game, especially lately, is that it's not happening, or that it's not even real, period. I mean, I've seen so many comments on this channel of saying that I'm lying.
Me too.
It's not even an actual thing.
I've seen videos saying that this is not real, and they're just lying to you.
Well, yes,
it's like,
really
what?
Happening, and it's coming.
You got the president and everybody else that works inside the company telling you it's coming out.
Today's video sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is my favorite way to play fantasy sports, but they also have a really great pick'em game where you can select higher content there are still a good bit of things we know about the game. Now, the full reveal is going to happen in May, the same way we see it with Madden.
Okay, May. That's it. I think I said March in my last one.
We're going to see
so May.
the cover athlete. We're going to get the official release date, which is likely going to be sometime.
I wonder who the cover
in
athlete is
July.
going to
It'll
be.
The second or third week of July, just based on past history when this game used to be around. But in May, we're going to get the cover athlete, the official release date. We're going to get the first trailer, which will be a little bit more of a cinematic trailer. We're going to get kind of the major talking points.
I always like cinematic trailers in video games. I know some people don't, but I always love them.
As the month plays out in May,
especially the Call of Duty ones.
Detailed gameplay trailer. We're going to get a more detailed breakdown of Dynasty Mode, a more detailed breakdown of Road to Glory, and things like that as we lead up to the release in July. So May is going to be a very big month on this channel. You make sure that you want to be subscribed so you don't miss out on any of this important info, so you can kind of understand what the game's going to look like and play like before you buy it. Now, of the info that both EA and reliable leakers have put out, the few things that we know about this game 100% is that Dynasty Mode is the biggest focus, which if you don't know, that is like the franchise mode of NCAA. Dynasty Mode is by far their biggest focus for this game, wanting to make it as authentic as possible, and with Madden kind of
Dynasty Mode is what really made the college football games what they were.
So great,
especially in 14.
Things like the updated transfer portal that's going to kind of mimic how players move around so much in real life. It's also going to feature stuff to do with NIL, which is now a big part of college football, which it wasn't as much back in the day, of course, because there was no way for players to get paid last time the game was around, but also transferring was just not the way it is today.
Yeah,
so
it was. You ain't even hear. I ain't even know what the word, I'm not the word, what it even meant, NIL. I had never heard of it until recent.
Come in any worse than NCAA 14, or people are just going to be super let down. That game is still so popular today that they know that they have to outdo that game. It's one of the best games ever, and with this long wait, there's no way they can.
And one of the most in-depth games
really
ever in football, in my opinion.
Fans and Madden fans is quite different, right? Both groups have hardcore football fans, but the NCAA community in terms of football games is so much more diehard, and it's just going to be really hard to get them excited about a game that isn't better than what they already had. Whereas Madden's a lot more mainstream. It brings in a much more casual audience because it's NFL, and truth be told, they can get away a little bit with slacking off in certain areas with Madden, which it just would not fly in NCAA because that.
Sorry for pausing, but one thing I would like to note on what he said about Madden could slack off a little bit. I don't feel like it's slack. I just feel like us as a community that always says, oh, they need to add this, they need to do this. The average person that picks up and play Madden does a play now or plays against their friend. The online community is huge, don't get me wrong, but it's not as big as we think, because me including myself, us that watch videos like this are a small piece of the pie. It's always like that, especially when it comes to video games. It's a small bit, but we speak the most. But out of the whole thing, people could care less about, oh, this is in depth. I mean, ask your friends right now that don't play video games like that, do not watch videos like this, ask them how many times they've played Madden and said, you know what, I'm gonna go in the franchise mode, I'm gonna do an online play. No, they pick up the game, go to play now, get their favorite team, play against a team they really do not like, either play in the Super Bowl or just play a expedition game and go from there. I mean, it's that's what it is.
Fan base is just so much more hardcore. We know another big focus is going to be Road to Glory, the career mode, and we also know that in Madden they're really looking to build out Superstar mode a lot going forward, and that's because with NCAA coming back, they know that.
I don't think I ever played a career mode in college football.
Into this from everything we've heard. We also know that customization is also going to be a pretty big thing in this game, which is another area that Madden lacks. We also know that Ultimate Team is going to be incorporated in some way, which shouldn't be a shock because NCAA 14 had an Ultimate Team as well. But I don't see it being nearly as much of a focal point in NCAA.
I had never known that they had that NCAA had Ultimate Team. Like, I never really saw anything. I've never really saw anything about it
being as big as it is in Madden, because it never kind of was as big as it was in Madden. But now with NIL, who knows, maybe it can be a little bigger than it was. But we do know the offline aspects of the game, like Dynasty and Road to Glory, are where the majority of their focus actually is. And we also know that presentation is also one of the biggest things with this game. We know that
it's huge. I mean, that's what makes college football so special, is the presentation.
Songs as well. actual cheers from the crowd, the mascots, all the rivalry games.
Student sections. I mean,
there's going to be college game day. There's going to be
it's a different beast, man.
More than likely, Kirk Herbstreit will be a part of it as well because he's hinted at it. So we do know a good little bit about the game, but we're going to get a lot more info in May to really sink our teeth into. So make sure that you're around so that you don't miss
college game day.
The upcoming Madden game, we know
I think they supposed to have college game day in it too.
Various leaks. So if you want to find out more,
man, oh man, I cannot wait to see the official trailer, man. I'm super excited. But for the people that keep on saying this is not real, it's everybody on Twitter. Twitter will make you think that nothing is real. So for any of you guys out there, I just want to let you guys know this: do not listen to anything that people say on Twitter unless they have a track record of being correct on this, on whatever subject it is, and they're reliable. Okay, not just they have one good leak and then now they spitting out all this nonsense. Like, no, I need you to have a track record of being right, and when you don't be right, I need you to own up to it and apologize for why this leak was wrong and where it was a misinformation. Because a lot of people nowadays, they cannot accept responsibility, especially when it comes to leak. If you get a leak wrong, go on Twitter or whatever social media you wrote that leak in and apologize. It's very simple, but I guess people don't know simple nowadays. But that was just my rant. Just want to get that out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.